My name is Steve Carlson. I'm Chair of Health and Community Services Committee of the Lake County Board. And in that role, I got to know a distinguished personage by the name of Michael Knight, who at the time, about 10 years ago, and does now, represents an organization called Lake County United, which is an organization of 50-some religious organizations throughout the county. About 10 years ago, one of their priorities was the preservation of Winchester House, the county nursing home. And one of the best ideas I ever had was to put Michael Knight on the committee that oversees Winchester House, the Winchester House Advisory Committee. Michael has provided insight, wit, intelligence, perseverance, dedication to that committee, and it's really an honor to be able to introduce him to this group.
I serve on the Winchester House Advisory Board, and this is a facility that has served Lake County for 150 years and currently serves the county as a skilled nursing facility for vulnerable elderly people in Lake County. I am and have served as a leader for Lake County United. So Lake County United is a civic organization that is made up of churches, synagogue, a mosque, and nonprofit organizations that focus on improving the quality of life in Lake County and the common good. We engaged on the topic of Winchester House because we had some deep concerns about the future of this facility and the safety net for elderly people. So in our advocacy, we were able to communicate strongly the reasons why we needed a new Winchester House, and something that flowed from that conversation was an advisory board, and I was appointed as one of 5 private citizens who serve on that advisory board. It's been a really good experience, and I think we've made a difference. For me personally, it's been an opportunity to work collaboratively with a remarkable group of people who serve on this board. It's also been a great experience to work with Lake County staff and the Lake County Board on an issue that is important to all of us. These are such challenging times, and it's a time when we can't be spectators, where we really need to be engaged and involved. And if you're currently serving on a board or a commission, you're probably making a bigger difference than you realize. In community organizing, we often say, if you do nothing, we know what the outcome will be. Well, if you're currently involved or you're thinking about being involved, you are doing something, or you can do something, and advocating for the common good and a more compassionate community.
Hi, I'm Diane Hewitt. I represent District 2 on the County Board. The County Board appoints 3 members to the Board of Review, with many alternate members who have the difficult job of assessing properties for appeals, and they do this all in about 15 minutes. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you Wendy Catula. She's been on the Board of Review since 2015, and she's been a tremendous asset to our county in helping our residents understand such a difficult process.
I've been working with the Board of Review since 2010. I started as an alternate, and in maybe 4 years now, I've been a seated member, so that's an appointed member to the Board of Review. And we have a mission statement, which is basically to make sure that we are a neutral review board, which allows the township assessors and the property owners to come to a place where it's neutral ground, and we're trying to reach fair and equitable assessment value for all the properties that are appealed. And really, you're trying to make sure that when the person walks out, they understand where their assessment came from, and you're hoping they're going out with that feeling that this is equitable, it is fair. It may not be exactly what I want it to be, but I do understand it now, and okay, I can accept that. You really feel fulfilled at the end of the day. I mean, there are days that are tougher than others, but you really feel like you've tried to help people with personal problems. And in a lot of jobs, you don't have the immediate feedback of interacting with the person who you really are affecting. So that is a very gratifying feeling.
Hi, I'm Ann Main. I'm the Lake County Forest Preserve President, and I also represent District 21, which hugs central Lake County along the Des Plaines River and the I-94 tollway. Ike McGallis has spent over 4 decades serving Lake County in so many different leadership positions. He was our first county administrator. Currently, he serves as Lake County's representative to the Regional Transportation Authority Board and he is the chairman of their finance committee, where he is responsible for fiscal oversight of Chicago Region's 3 public transit agencies. Ike is also an important member of the Lake County Commission on Government Reform and Accountability. He's arguably one of our greatest resources of institutional knowledge about the decisions and leaders who have shaped Lake County, and that's because Ike has been there for Lake County for so many decades. For these and for so many other reasons, we're proud to say we like Ike.
Well, I served on the Board of Health, which was a real interesting time. We were going through a lot of changes, and I learned a lot. Even though I'd been administrator, you still learn all the time things that the county's involved in, and it was a major operation. And so I served on the Board of Health for, I think, about 7 years, and I really liked that. Of course, I also served on the RTA board, which we're today at the Libertyville station, and I started out representing actually 4 counties on the RTA back in the old days when the statute required each county, or the 4 counties had to select only 1 person. And so I did that for a number of years, and the statute was changed, which gave all 4 counties their own RTA director. And I stayed Lake County's director at that point. In my case, Lake County was so good to me. I mean, it was my employer for all those years. It's where my son grew up. It's me. I mean, I think a lot of it. So the ability to be able to do something, whether it's transportation or being on the study commission or the Board of Health, it's really an opportunity to give something back. And really, I guess that was my main desire, was to stay involved and yet be able to hopefully contribute in some way. Well, I just think it's great that you're recognizing the people that have volunteered. I think it's wonderful that you're doing that. I think they deserve that recognition because many of them have a lot of things on their agenda, and it's great that they're taking time to do it, and I think that's wonderful that they're doing it.